Let me ask you something. Is your career kind of like a lottery ticket where you're just hoping to hit the jackpot? Or are you the architect carefully designing your own path to success? Well, today we're going to explore how to turn that game of chance into a really well-planned journey, giving you the power to build the future you actually want. And that right there, that's the whole idea. Success isn't really about luck. It's about being intentional. You know, it's the difference between being a passenger along for the ride and actually being the driver of your own career. It's all about building a roadmap that doesn't just guide you, it empowers you to take control.
No, really, take a second, think about that. Do you have one? Is it clear? Because if the answer is no, or maybe even sort of, don't worry, that is exactly what we're here to fix, together.
So in this explainer, we're going to walk through a super clear, actionable framework to help you design your own personal career plan. Think of it like your own GPS for professional success. And by the end, you'll have the tools you need to navigate your future with some real confidence. Here it is. This is the foundation of your map, and we've broken it down into 5 essential steps. We're going to start by pinpointing your destination, then we'll take stock of your supplies, survey the terrain, draw the actual route, and finally, learn how to stay on course. So, you ready? Let's take that first step.
First things first, every great journey has to begin with understanding your current location, right? So this whole first section is about self-assessment. I mean, you can't plot a course to a new city if you don't even know your own starting address.
Your goals. They're the X that marks the spot on your personal treasure map. Are you aiming for that corner office, a C-suite role, or maybe you're dreaming of starting your own business? You have to define this destination with as much clarity as possible, because literally every other decision you make is going to flow from it.
And what's so powerful about this is how it breaks a huge ambition down into something, well, doable. Launch a startup just sounds massive, kind of scary, right? But when you translate that into concrete actions, like, okay, first I'll gain some specific experience, or I'll get that key certification, it suddenly becomes a series of achievable steps. That's the real power of clear goal setting. Okay, so you've got your destination, awesome. But what are you packing for the trip? The next step is to take a good hard look inside your own toolbox and see what skills you're bringing that will actually get you there.
And that brings us to step 2, taking a personal inventory. And this requires some radical honesty. Your strengths, they're the rocket fuel for your journey. And your weaknesses, they are not roadblocks. Think of them more like signs on the road telling you where you might need to refuel or maybe learn a new skill to get through a tricky part of the journey.
And let's be real, identifying our own weaknesses can be tough. But this isn't about self-criticism, it's about strategy. Because unaddressed blind spots are one of the most common ways careers get derailed. Getting feedback from others or just looking at past performance reviews, that gives you objective data. And this perfectly illustrates the point. Addressing a weakness, like say your presentation skills, doesn't just fix a problem, it can literally unlock entirely new career paths for you.
All right, so we've looked inward. Now it's time to look outward. A map isn't just about the start and end points. It's about the landscape in between. So this section is all about understanding the real world you'll be traveling through. This is step 3, identifying your options. You might have all the skills and ambition in the world to be a freelance consultant. But what's the market actually like where you live? Does the lifestyle of that dream job, with all its travel, really fit the life you want to live day to day? This is where your ambition has to have a serious sit-down with reality. You know, a simple table like this can be an incredibly powerful reality check. Laying your options out side by side like this forces you to confront the real-world trade-offs. It moves your big career decision from just a gut feeling to a more data-driven choice, helping you see clearly whether an aspiration is a viable path or maybe a potential dead end for you personally. Okay, we have our starting point, we have our destination, and we've surveyed the terrain. Now for the really fun part. It's time to actually draw the map and plot out the route.
And that's what step 4 is all about. We're taking all that self-reflection and all that research, and we're turning it into a concrete time-based plan. This is where your ambition gets a schedule. We're not just saying what we'll do, we're saying when we'll do it. I mean, look at this. A 10-year goal can feel like you're staring up at Mount Everest, but look at how this timeline just breaks it down. A 1-year goal to get a certification? That's your first base camp. These milestones are so much more than dates on a calendar. They're the short-term wins that give you motivation and prove that you're moving forward. Each one is a little signpost confirming you're on the right track.
And this is just such a vital piece of wisdom. Life happens, right? Unexpected opportunities pop up, priorities can totally shift. Your roadmap should be drawn in pencil, not permanent marker. A great plan is one that can adapt to detours without ever losing sight of the final destination.
So, you've drawn your map. The journey has begun, but you can't just toss the map in the glove compartment and forget about it. The final, and maybe the most important step, is to actually use it along the way.
And that brings us to our final step, monitoring your progress. Think about your career plan as a living document, not some stone tablet. Life can and will pull you off course sometimes, but more importantly, you might change. The person who set this goal today might not be the same person you are in 5 years. Regular check-ins just make sure your map is always leading you toward a destination that still excites and fulfills you.
So ultimately, just remember this. Your plan is a tool, not a cage. It's meant to empower you with clarity and with direction. It's the compass that helps you navigate, helps you adapt, and helps you truly take control of your professional life.
We've walked through all 5 steps to build your strategic career plan. You now have the framework. The only thing left is to take that first step. So what's it going to be?